That way I don't have to buy it.
Well, I'm good. I mean, socks are good. Don't get me wrong, as long as they're good quality socks. So, but yeah.
Yeah, but the toys, like, what was your number one toy? The Evel Knievel stunt bike was one of my big ones. I had that, but remember how big our remote control cars were?
Yeah, but they weren't as cool as the remote control cars nowadays, man. They got those things. Those things nowadays are like rocket ships, man. And dude, we had like the hokey wheel. Then it really didn't do all that. I don't know, man. And it only went
the toggles and everything, you know, toggles.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's full. And they're putting freaking like gas or something in there, special rocket fuel for these things. It's like, plug it in for a little bit.
You remember the ones where you had to like actually mix up fuel. You know, it wasn't like they didn't have like the first one I had wasn't battery powered. And these things would go like 70 miles an hour. Remember those?
No, I did. I never had one.
Yeah, I never had one either. But man,
it was battery powered, the one I had. But I knew some kids that had those. I'll just call them the rocket ones, man. Those things, they were mixing up some type of little fuel. I remember like these little bottles. And just like, we'll call it gas for lack of better terms, and then slap those things in there, man. It was like, woof, things would take off like a rocket ship.
You remember the toys that you could get that, which, you know, I'm sure could combust in some form or fashion. Then you had the chemistry sets.
Oh yeah.
I mean, toys were dangerous. And, you know,
dude, go look at, I think we were out at one of the antique fairs or something, and we came across this old chemistry set from like the 60s. And dude, to see some of the chemicals in there, it's like, you can't get that stuff today, man.
You can't even buy it at Ace Hardware anymore.
Oh,
and it was in some kid's toy.
Yeah.
God, what great times those were.
Readily available. Yeah. You know, here's some sulfuric acid. Good luck, kid. You know, I mean.
Well, if you'd at least read the instructions if you knew there was a chance your face was going to get burned off.
Yeah. Very much
Dad,
so.
Can you help me with this? Quiet, I'm watching the game. Ask your mom. Oh man.
Why is the house burning? Chemistry set. Get you every time, man.
Yeah, those were good toys. I had a Stretch Armstrong.
Yep. You ever seen what happens when you stretch too far? And all his jelly stuff comes out there? Oh yeah. Oh dude. I forget, we did something stupid where we Stretch Armstrong. Oh, you can't break this thing. Oh yeah, dude. And I forget what we hooked him up to or ratcheted him or had to come along or something. We're going to like pop Stretch Armstrong. Oh yeah, dude.
So how long do you think his arm? Pretty far?
Yeah, dude. It was pretty far. Yeah.
Oh.
And when that thing snapped, how we didn't lose an eye, beyond me. But yeah.
I mean, I had some pretty good toys. Stretch Armstrong was one of my favorite ones. And
or how about the Slinky, man?
I had
how many times?
Who walks the stair without a care and makes the happiest sound? Bounce up and down just like a clown. Everyone knows it's Slinky.
How many times you run that thing up and down the stairs, man?
Oh
just
yeah,
Slinky.
Did you ever remember when it got like kind of twisted?
Oh, it would get that. It get that catastrophic twist in there.
Yeah, and you're done.
And it had a
It'll never be right again.
Nope. So what do you got to do? Get a new one.
Yeah.
What do you want? Another Slinky.
I know,
dude.
Yeah,
do you remember?
Cool.
Here's the ultimate. Do you remember the guy that came up with this? Man, I wish it was me. The Pet Rock. I was like,
I had a Pet Rock.
I'm gonna buy a Pet Rock. It's like,
God, what a freaking genius,
man. How do I sign up for one of those? Hotcakes.
We need to Google and see how much that guy made. I bet you he cleaned house.
Oh, dude.
It was just like a smooth river rock. I remember mine. I remember it.
In a fancy little box, Pet Rock.
Yeah, like a little cat box. Had little holes in it so it could breathe.
Yeah.
With little, oh gosh. What do you think that cost to put together? like a nickel.
If that, yeah.
And he was probably charging, $10, whatever it was.
Now, I think you got to think it was back in the day, right? So it was probably a $3.99, $4.99 deal. Still making a killing.
I'll take that profit margin all day.
Dude, free money.
All
right?
day.
Rocks. I mean, how much goes into, my pet rock?
What a genius.
God. Dude. Yeah.
I bet you he probably did that. He's probably thinking, you think I can get these idiots to buy this thing?
Yep.
And then someone said, oh, yeah, it's brilliant.
People will buy anything.
I know.
Then you got to think the old Rubik's Cube, right? Mm-hmm. So.
Never mastered the Rubik's Cube. And then they came out with these others that were like a pyramid.
Oh, yeah.
And some was like the missing link, looked like a chain. It's all kind of it wasn't even close to as difficult as a Rubik's Cube. Mm-hmm. I saw some kid on YouTube the other day. He did it. Now, I don't know. He did it like with one hand. And it took him less than like a minute. I'm like, that's impossible, right?
The one I had, and I messed with it quite a bit, it was never it wasn't like it would free spin. So I'm thinking if you got to do it one hand, it took two hands to work that. It was like tight. So how he's doing it one-handed, I don't know.
He was crushing it. He was doing something. He was manipulating it and getting it in there.
No, not
just think about that though. Talking about the different decades and stuff. We grew up, primarily 70s and 80s. Mm-hmm. What an amazing time. Like all these franchise movies, Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Rocky.
Oh, yeah. Jaws.
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite movie of all time, by the way, the first one. Then, you got Back to the Future.
Yeah, but Back to the Future only had a couple.
Had three.
Well, yeah. But still, comparatively, how many Rockies were there? Oh, good Lord. Oh, Rocky, if you look at, and it's funny because if you look at, we'll say Rocky 1 for lack of better terms.
What a great.
Apollo
Creed, by the way, and now people may want to have a debate, but Apollo Creed, I think, was the best, adversary to Rocky by far. He really looked like a prize fighter. He had the moves. He had the, had the mouth down.
Yeah, but then you got to think, right? So even Rocky plugged in some Cold War stuff in there because you got to think who was, I forget the big old Russian there. Man, drawing a blank.
Drago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that, because was it Drago that killed Apollo Creed? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So of course that was the whole rivalry and, but again, even back in the movies back then, there was a Soviet plug.
Yeah.
So it was just, it's funny to see that national pride, even at a Hollywood level, which you don't even see anymore, plugged in back then.
Yeah.
So it's just a totally different mindset, dude. If we could.
Well, it's just like with all the Indiana Jones that you had the Nazis in there.
Oh yeah.
They're the bad guys.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Superman and Christopher Reeves had 2 or 3 movies. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apollo Creed was the best.
Oh yeah. Oh, can't forget old Clubber Lang.
Clubber Lang was, he was good. Mr. T. Yeah. He was an animal, man.
Oh, dude.
Carl Weathers, the guy who played Creed, he was a beast too. Remember, he did Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Arnold Schwarzenegger. He did the Predator movies and he did the Terminator movies.
Terminators. Yep, those were a long one.
That was great.
Yeah. He was in Conan as well. Very minimal speaking roles.
Well, that's the ones he usually did his best at.
That's it, man.
Yeah. He, Arnold Schwarzenegger went all full Monty on us.
Full Blood. Old Stallone.
Oh, First Blood.
Yep.
Rambo?
First Blood.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
A lot of those probably were in right in 1980 or something. They were a while ago.
Yeah.
Because I don't know when the first Rocky came out. That was probably 78.
70s. Yeah. I think that was in the 70s. Mm-hmm. Rambo, I think, was in the 80s. But if you read the book, the original book, Rambo gets killed at the end.
He does. Troutman kills him.
But then
and he killed a lot of people in his book too. He didn't. It wasn't like tying them up and hog tying them stuff. I think he killed a lot of the folks, a lot of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But But I think they ran 2 endings. One, I think Rambo gets killed at the end. One, he doesn't. Because think about it. If you kill him at the end, there's no sequels.
Well, he already had Rocky under his belt, so he knew.
Well, true.
Yeah. Because he went from kind of, bruiser, not too shredded Rocky to Rambo, who's, guy needs a box of Band-Aids because he's so cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then that's when, Rocky
got all beefed up, man. And it stayed that way the rest of the time.
Old dude is freaking still shredded. He's got to be 74 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Dude is a beast.
I mean, that's the thing, man. Good, I'm sure. I want to say I'm sure, but there's probably some help that goes along in there, right?
Sure.
But again, you just don't, regardless, you're not getting that body build just out of nothing.
Oh, no, it's taking hard work.
You got to put work into it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, Arnold's the same way.
Oh, yeah.
So you look at these guys that have had a very fitness-esque lifestyle.
Yeah.
Still roll on. Might be a note for America out there that, hey, man, stick with it. So
we just got to get back to this. Did you see where that umpire tried to eject the general manager of the host team? So that my man is up in his press box. So he's 100 rows up. There's nobody in the press box with him. There's nobody near him. There's nobody in the stands except for cardboard cutouts. My man don't have a mask on, so the umpire behind the pitcher's mound points him out, and they're trying to get him out, throw him out.
Dude,
I'm like, dude, this is my stadium.
Yeah,
you can go. I'm staying.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't know what he did. I just shut it off. I was like, you got to be kidding me,
dude. Like I said, somebody's brainwashed. So,
is it 6 feet or is it not 6 feet? He was every bit of 150 feet from anybody.
In an enclosed box.
In an enclosed box. His box.
Yes. Yeah. So that's like, are you going to sit there, right? Because think about it, if we're driving cars, we get closer than 6 feet, right? But our windows are up.
Yeah.
Are we gonna start smashing people because they don't have a mask on? Which
God,
you see
idiots.
You see idiots wearing their mask in the car. I'm just like, really, dude? Whatever, man.
Oh man, I bet you that general manager. You're in my building, and you know what I mean. Come on.
Well, here would be the deal, right? I get it. The umpire's there. I don't know the rules, how they play in. There's got to be something.
How does he have the authority to throw someone out of the stands? He's the freaking umpire.
He doesn't. He controls the field.
Yeah.
Right. But how can he sit there and go? Think about this, right? If, let's say, hypothetically, a fan reaches out and grabs a ball, can that ump go, oh, no. Hey, fan,
Nope.
You got to play it the way it's played, right?
Yep.
So I got it. You scooped it out, and you basically, the guy that was getting ready to catch it, because I've seen this happen before, guy catches it. Now it's dubbed a home run because technically it went over the wall.
Right.
Or over the fence. Okay, cool. That ump's not going, hey, buddy, you violated sports rule 148. No. So how can that umpire, where does he get the power? Because again, if it's me and you're in my stadium, I'm going to go check it out. Hey, ump, beat it.
Yeah.
Be gone. You are now banned from whatever stadium for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I can't even believe it. They should do something like that, make an example of this guy and get him out of there.
Well, the problem is they don't make any examples.
No.
It's
he's just
like,
concerned about the player. Get out of here.
Dude, apply common sense.
I've always felt that, baseball has a fan problem. They've been hemorrhaging fans for a long time. It doesn't translate very well. They try to speed up the ball. They try to speed up the innings, try to juice up the ball a little bit, make it a little more batter friendly and that kind of thing, making the strike zone smaller. But it's still a problem for them. And then you pull some stunts like this. And then you have the two teams that come out. Okay, people are starving for content right now because there's nothing going on, because of the COVID and everything. So sports come back. All right, we can watch something live, something unscripted. You know, it's sports. That's the beauty of it, right? You never know who's going to win. You never know what's going to happen. And then two teams take the field and then walk off on some kind of a political statement and walk away from the game. So you've been sitting down waiting for content all day, and then you sit down, or all year, you sit down, you're going to watch a baseball game, and then these two teams pull that. Yeah. I don't know how I know how I would feel if I was watching it. I'd be big time different point. What about these owners got to say, hey man, come on.
They're still, here's the bottom line, right? They're still employees.
Absolutely. They don't think they think they're running a show.
Well, they do, but the problem is, and this is where, these team owners, they, I got it. You got to do well in order to keep, money going, everything like that. All right, we're in different times. Here's the bottom line. I don't care who you are. My team is not your political catalyst for anything. You're here to do that. You're here to entertain. You're here to play your best. I'll provide whatever I need to. But as soon as political statements start jumping in, or you're going to walk off the field or do something that's grossly negligent to this sport, hey, dude, you violated your contract. Beat it. I'm sorry.
Fired.
Yeah.
You're fired.
And then
it'll only take one or two. It'll only take one or two.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I'm not buying that. I'm so cynical nowadays. I don't believe anything. I don't believe anything I see on TV pretty much.
Dude, anything that's on TV can be redubbed, mastered, edited, tweaked. So.
Yeah. I mean, my grandmother, she never believed that we went to the moon.
Oh, dude. Hollywood Soundset, right?
What do you think about that?
Went to the moon?
Yeah.
Sure.
I think we did.
I mean, I totally think we did. I mean, that's a given. But the part is, it blows me away. The part that I think blows me away, right? So you look at some of the feats in history.
Can you imagine watching that on TV? Because up until then, there was nothing like that,
No.
And I just couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah. And awesome. It was between us and the Soviets, right? So even just simple things. You go back, think about this. Miracle on Ice, 1980 Olympics. All right. And if you know, dude, it was a huge deal. Huge deal. So if you think about the 80s, and if you guys remember that, the Summer Olympics were in Moscow. We boycotted that. Mm-hmm. Irritated, a bunch of athletes got cheated.
Yeah.
But then when we fast forward to Lake Placid, so it was the classic, hey, Soviet Union won, for the summer, for the Winter Games, boom. We're at Lake Placid, New York, and to beat the Soviets.
And that wasn't even the gold medal game.
No, it wasn't.
No. Unbelievable.
I think it was
that's just to get into to at least have bronze. I think
it was for the bronze.
And then we beat Sweden.
Yep. But and the thing was, back then, we did not allow professional players to be in the Olympics.
These are all amateur athletes who weren't getting paid.
All amateur athletes, basically a bunch of college kids is what it was. God. And to beat the Soviets, man, that, it's simple things like that people forget that really drove national pride. Man, I mean, like I said, 10 years old, I think I was at that time, 11, somewhere right around there, to watch these guys beat the Soviets, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, boom. Do you believe in miracles? I still remember the call. Do you believe in miracles? Mm-hmm. At like the 3-second mark. Yes.
Unbelievable.
And it's like, dude. Or if we had
unbelievable. Probably one of the easy top 5 things that I was able to watch, and not just TV, but I'm just even in person or in my entire life.
Yeah.
How we were jumping in it was unbelievable. It just could not have been a more perfect
the national pride that was there. To beat the Soviets on U.S. soil with a bunch of college kids, for lack of better terms, dude.
Beating a superior team. No one doubted. No one,
Oh yeah.
Superior team.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
By all means, the Soviets should have been the gold medal winners that year. Mm-hmm. Crushed. But, it was all this. And then really the Olympics became that next platform of, hey, man, how do you get this national pride? How many gold medals are the U.S., going to get? How many are the Soviets going to get? there was always that pride. So you're always looking forward to the Olympics. Hey, what's this next thing?
Love the Olympics.
And, dude, you know, is it still the same today? I don't know.
I mean, you know, for me it is in some ways because, you know, you and I lived through that great 1980 Winter Olympics. But for me, it kind of is because I really love our athletes, just like our military and our law enforcement. I mean, I just love them. And it's you line up, I line up, and we see who's the best athlete today, you know? And I just, maybe having that experience when I was young with the way Olympics were had something to do with that, but I love it. I can watch, I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is.
Sure.
Curling, archery, you know,
still trying to figure out the curling thing.
Yeah.
But that's here nor there.
I'm down. I'm tuning in.
Dude, yeah. If the U.S. is there, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You want to see them do well. You know, they've been working their whole life for that stuff. You
so
know, that's funny though. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, here's the question. Summer or winter, or do you care?
I used to be a winter guy because I used to love the biathlon where, you know, they do the cross country stuff, and I love cross country skiing, but they do the cross country stuff. They have the shooting portion, but I gotta say, I think I've kind of turned into a summer guy. Summer Olympics, yeah. And you know, a lot of the athletes that you know have come into notoriety, like Usain Bolt and all those phenomenal athletes, you know. And dude, I got to tell you, I had Bruce Jenner's lunchbox. She was a stud.
Yeah. Did you have the Wheaties box?
Oh yeah, I was all in.
It's like wow.
Because he broke my heart, bro.
Dude, how do you go from being a decathlon superhero, for lack of better terms, to all of a sudden, boom?
And he just, I mean, fast, strong, jump, can thrower. I mean, just annihilated the field. And then all this stuff, man, just freaking broke my heart, man.
Dude, you look at the decathlon, right? You got 10 events.
Is it 2 days?
I think it is 2 days.
We'll have to post up his events and put it on there so people can see just how dominant he was.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
God, dude. I mean, I can't even believe it.
Hey, man.
But you know what?
But look at this. But I was going to say, look at this, right? So look at, and I think it's the 76 women's, or excuse me, let me get it. I'll get it all right. The 76 East German women's swim team, right?
1976. East Germany's swim team.
Yes.
Okay.
Female swim team.
Okay.
So here's the thing. They were pumping these broads with so much testosterone that, don't quote me, but I think my numbers are this. I think 2 or 3 of them had sex changes, and then one ended up just killing herself because I don't think she could deal with, you know, but they were just pumping these broads with so much testosterone because, again, you got to think Eastern Bloc country trying to compete with the U.S., you know, Soviet satellite. And it's like, who knows what magical cocktails.
Oh, God.
You know, but I think it was, what's his name? Mark, was it Spitz? I think he was the big 76. He was like the.
The swimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the U.S. swimmer. So he was the Michael Phelps of the 70s.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You talk about a dominant athlete, that Michael Phelps. He's the most decorated athlete ever, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But you got to look at those swim guys, right?
Beast.
So, dude, you know, you're out there doing all your different swims. Then you sit there and typically do a relay, and then it might be the 50 or the 100 or, dude, they can stack medals on top of each other.
Yeah.
Versus some of these guys that are just a solo. Hey, you look at the power lifter, right? He's getting one lift and whatever, you know. That's it.
He usually has one discipline, but like you said, a guy like Michael Phelps, he's not a sprinter. He's not a 50 or 100 guy. He's like one down. But
regardless, you can do multiple events that you can walk away with a lot of medals.
Yeah, because he was a big breaststroke guy, And then he was, of course, the medley where he did all of them. And
Yep.
then, and then the relays.
Yeah.
So, he's just unbelievable.
And Spitz was kind of the same way in the 70s.
Yeah. Is he the guy that played Tarzan?
I don't think he ever acted.
No, it's Weissmuller.
No.
That guy's name is Weissmuller, played Tarzan.
Yeah.
So he had that going for him.
Amen.
Yeah, they didn't have the big endorsement money.